Scorpio, the ones who see differently. There's a reason Scorpios are set apart from the rest. It isn't ego, it's energy. They move through the world differently, see differently, feel differently. They don't just exist, they perceive. And that perception is what sets them apart from every other sign. Scorpios live beneath the surface. While most people see what's visible, Scorpio sees what's real. They don't just hear words, they read tone, intention, and vibration. They don't just observe behavior, they sense motive. They don't just look at situations, they see patterns, karmic lessons, and spiritual contracts behind them. It's not that Scorpios try to be mysterious. They are mystery. Their lens of the world is built from depth, pain, transformation, and intuition. They've walked through darkness, been burned by betrayal, and rebuilt themselves from nothing. So they no longer see life through innocence. They see it through wisdom. They don't take things at face value because they've seen how masks can lie. They don't chase validation because they've learned the power of self-trust. That's why you can't easily control or manipulate a Scorpio. They feel when something's off before the words even come. They sense emotional motives the way a shark senses a drop of blood in the water. They know when they're being tested, when someone's hiding something, when energy doesn't match the story. You can't gaslight someone who lives in emotional truth. You can't fool someone who's mastered the language of energy. Scorpio's world is built on instinct, a sixth sense that operates beyond logic. They know things without needing proof. They see outcomes before they unfold. And while others might question that inner voice, Scorpio listens to it. Because time and time again, it's proven to be right. This is what makes them powerful, but also misunderstood. People label them as controlling, secretive, intimidating. But what they're really seeing is someone who refuses to be moved by illusion. Scorpio doesn't control people, they control themselves. They've learned that self-mastery is the only real power. And that scares those who depend on manipulation to feel in control. Scorpios think differently because they feel differently. They understand the full spectrum of emotion, rage, love, grief, passion, rebirth. They know what it means to die metaphorically and return renewed. That's why their perspective is so profound. Where others see endings, Scorpio sees evolution. Where others see pain, Scorpio sees transformation. Where others see loss, Scorpio sees awakening. They don't run from shadow. They become it, study it, master it, and then transmute it into light. Their wisdom comes from experience, not theory. Their compassion comes from knowing what it's like to be broken. Their strength comes from rebuilding. And their silence? That's not distance. It's discernment. When a Scorpio speaks, it's intentional. When they act, it's deliberate. When they withdraw, it's protection, not punishment. And when they love, it's sacred, because everything they do is born from depth. They cannot exist on the surface. Their soul refuses to. That's why they are set apart. They don't think in shortcuts or trends. They think in lifetimes. They see things others can't because they're willing to look where others won't. And in that willingness to face truth, to feel everything, to transform constantly, they become unshakable. Scorpios are not easily controlled because they already mastered their own darkness. They've faced their shadows and learned that power doesn't come from domination. It comes from awareness. You can't manipulate someone who's made peace with their own chaos. You can't confuse someone who trusts their intuition more than your words. You can't weaken someone who's rebuilt themselves over and over again. So yes, Scorpios are different. They don't think like everyone else. They don't move like everyone else. They live in truth, not in trends. And the world may not always understand them, but it will always feel them. They are the rare ones, the reborn ones, the ones who don't flinch when life gets dark, because that's where they find their power. They are the alchemists of the zodiac, the emotional scientists, the spiritual warriors. And their very existence reminds the world that power isn't loud. It's quiet, controlled, and unbreakable. That's why Scorpios are set apart, because while others are searching for control, Scorpio is control. While others are chasing truth, Scorpio embodies it, and while others are running from transformation, Scorpio is transformation. They are not like the rest.